So why should you set goals? Well, setting goals helps give you a focus, and it helps give you a purpose and a direction. So without goals, you might be feeling lost and you might not know how to start what you want or which direction to go in. Setting goals also helps give you accountability. Setting goals also helps to see results. You have actionable steps to take, and that leads to results. As you might be able to see, setting goals is very important, and it's definitely something that shouldn't be overlooked. Setting goals is going to help put you on the path that you want to be. How do you set goals? If you've never set a goal before, you might have no idea where to start, and it might just seem really overwhelming. Or maybe you've set goals in the past and it just didn't work out, so you're feeling a little discouraged. Or you might have so many ideas and goals that it could feel overwhelming. I want you to make a list of everything you could ever want, and don't limit yourself. It's important not to limit yourself, because if you do, you're basically telling yourself that that's all you're going to accomplish and that you won't be able to do more or be more. This could be whatever you feel passionate about. It could be monetary, milestones, or even material things. If you want a new car, a better car, write that down. Or if you want freedom to spend time with your family, write that down too. To help you out, think about these aspects of your life: financial, physical, career, mental, love and relationships, and spiritual. So if you have no idea where to begin, you might be feeling lost and overwhelmed. It's good to think about these areas of your life and see if any of them stand out to you. So maybe you're passionate about your career, or maybe you're passionate about mental health. So setting goals, as you might imagine, is very personal. So take some time here to really figure it out. So let's talk a little about backwards goal setting and what exactly it is. Coming up with goals can seem overwhelming. So instead, try to think far into the future about your end goal, your biggest goal. This is what we call backwards goal setting. And it's really good because this way you are able to work backwards from where you want to be and then how you're going to get there. Next, break that goal down into 3 to 5 smaller goals that are needed to accomplish the bigger goal. Then break those goals down into smaller sub-goals, and then make those sub-goals into single actions. Let's look at an example. So let's say you want to start a successful small business, and I'm going to assume everyone here does. Think about 3 to 5 things you need to launch a successful small business. So for example, business description, a business plan, and then business inventory. Next, break those down into single actions. So for example, a business description could be your business name, your purpose, and your target customer. So as you might be able to see, breaking goals down into these smaller steps is going to help you so much. By giving yourself these small steps to accomplish, it's going to help you get to the bigger picture. So you want your goals to be SMART goals. And no, I'm not talking about goals with a Nobel Peace Prize. So what does SMART mean? It's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. Using the SMART goals formula, it helps make goals clearer, attainable, and more meaningful. This method works with backwards goal setting and brainstorming. But what does SMART really mean? So I want to dive a little bit deeper into SMART goals. The first one is specific. So you want to be specific. If you have a specific goal, it's going to help you see that this is actually attainable, and if it's a specific goal, you're going to be able to reach it. Specific is basically the who, what, where, why, and how. To think about who is involved. What do you need to accomplish this goal? Where is it located? Why is this goal important? And how will you achieve this goal? By being specific and breaking down your goals like this, you're going to see the actionable steps to take to accomplish the goal. So include as much detail as possible here, because this is really going to be the roadmap from where you are now to where you want to be. Next is measurable. This is going to help you because it is meaningful and it is very motivating. So there needs to be a way to measure your progress. There needs to be a way for you to see that what you are doing is actually working. Measuring your progress, it's a great way to show evidence to yourself and maybe to others, the naysayers, that you are completing these goals. So measuring your progress will help you stay motivated. It will help you feel the excitement of getting closer to achieving your end goal. So by having a way to measure your progress, you will see that on those days where you feel defeated and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, you actually are. So it's such a great way to motivate yourself and to keep going. So it's basically a way to measure how much of something. Next is achievable. You want your goals to be achievable. You want them to be attainable and to be realistic. So it's important to have a realistic goal. So you want to stretch your goal but still remain within what's possible. So by having a goal that's achievable and realistic, you are going to see that you can do it and it's going to boost your confidence. So when thinking about a realistic goal, it's good to consider other constraints such as time or money. So maybe you don't have the money to buy that new camera equipment, or maybe you're time poor, so you don't really have the hours in the day that's needed to achieve the goals. So you want to consider those constraints and work within them. And remember, you can't do something if you don't have the skills yet. So it's good to know that we all start somewhere and we all need to keep growing and to keep learning. So if you don't know something, then you can't do it. So that is good to keep in mind as well. Next is relevant. So we want the goals to be relevant to us and to what we want to achieve. So you have to ask yourself, is it something that can be done now and is it worthwhile? So you want your goal to be relevant to the bigger picture. Every little goal should be a stepping stone to lead to bigger things and to your bigger picture. So you also have to wonder, does it align with your other goals? Now this is good to keep in mind because you want your goals to work together and go hand in hand. Are you the right person or is someone else better suited? Now this is good to ask yourself because this way you're going to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And if someone else is better suited and it's going to give you back a bit of your time, then that is also something to consider. The last one is time bound. So time bound, it's time based and time sensitive. Does this goal have a deadline? Putting a deadline on goals is great because it's one, going to be very motivating, but two, it is also going to help you to prioritize the goals and the things that need to come first. Deadlines help with accountability. They help keep you motivated and keep you on the right path. Be realistic with your timeframes. So if you think something is going to take you a month, then I think it's best to give yourself that month to really focus in on it, to hone in on it, and to give it your all. You don't want to rush yourself and rush these goals. So it's good to be realistic, and it's good to know that while you want to do it right now, putting it off and learning and being accountable and actionable is going to be the best way forward.